Welcome to Creative Esparco. My name is Victor Manyong. I'm a graphic designer, programmer, web developer, web designer. A lot of things, entrepreneur, business person, a lot of names. One man. So, this video I want to talk about. These are videos about a brand that I did recently. A friend of mine hit me up wanting a brand for an events lifestyle thing that he's starting to do. So he didn't have a proper name. What he really had in mind was that he wanted to use the name Midnight Events. That's what he came to me and said, that's the name he has. I didn't agree with that. I didn't like that name for several reasons. Midnight Events becomes like if you want to make it a brand, right? And then Midnight Events kind of confuses people when you tell them what the brand is, because Midnight Events, it sounds like a general event that happens at night. Like, it's a midnight event. People would think like, okay, it's happening at night. But for it to be a brand, it would be confusing for a lot of people. I was like, okay, let's do this instead. What if we can find a different name that still means midnight, but in a different language? Okay? Because that's the same thing I did for Creative Esparco. Creative Esparco means creative place. Place, I changed it into Italian. Is it Italian or French? I'm not really sure, but between the two, that's how I made Creative Esparco. I was like, okay, let's find a name that can mean midnight, but also mean the same thing, but in a different language. So while I was thinking, or while I was drafting the names, he was coming up with other names from ChatGPT and all that. Gave us a lot of names, and then we landed on Stellata. Stellata was the name that we landed on. It was a good name. It meant something to do with stars or something. But then when it was time for me to design it, I then came up. I didn't come up with anything. I actually made a mistake. I made a mistake of just starting to design it by just writing Stella Society, right? But it was supposed to be Stella Society. And then while I was realizing my mistake, I was like, okay, let me look up what Stella means. And then, surprisingly, it means a star. This is how crazy that is. It's a Latin word for star. I was like, what the fuck? How can I just land on a Goldman like that? So yeah, we ended up making it Stella Society. And then the direction I had for the logo, initially, I didn't want to use a font. But I know him, he wanted fonts, and everyone always wants fonts. But I was like, bro, I have this idea that I have that I want to execute, and I'm just going to go for it. So the theme that I was going for was like the mid-80s, 90s retro, those fonts that don't really have like a proper structure. Like thick strokes is just like a so that's the type of style I was doing. So I didn't do a sketch or anything. I just like, okay, you know what, let me just open Illustrator, go straight in, pen tool, boom, just start cutting it down, and then I came up with it proper. It was nice, I loved it. But then the problem now started when I made other variations or like made other options for him to choose. I made several. Biggest mistake ever. But this is my guy, he's my boy. So I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck that. Let me just show you all the other versions I have. Because I know that he wasn't going to choose my one that I really liked. He was going to go. It's like, I want all of them. Insisted I want all of them. I'm like, I say, like, we're going to do all of them. Because it's something that has never been done before. A lot of brands have like different logos, but like it's usually the same type of logo, but in different variations, like a letter mark, a word mark, the monogram, the what. I was like, okay, let's do it. Fuck it. You feel me? So different variations of the same logo, but different logos of the same name, of the same brand name. You understand? So it really will work either way. But like, yeah, so the whole brand, it's like an event, promotion, night parties, gigs, lifestyle. So we wanted to transform it into something that relates to a certain community. It's a society. Like, so like when you visit the place or you become part of the brand, when you go to the party, you can't be part of the brand. Even the social interactions there, it's a movement. It's a place where people can belong to. Nighttime, you know, it's a star. The light comes in the middle of the night to make it visible that you're having a good time. Share joy, share memories, So Stella Society is the brand. So that's how I came up with the name, and then I designed each and everything. But yeah, I had a very good time designing this whole thing, man. I liked it. And then the other version of it that I really wanted was like the sticker effect. I wanted it to have like a sticker effect, which is like the outline that's like around the logo. It's like a backgrounds type of shit. You feel me? I'll probably explain that in a. Okay, so these are all the other logos that I designed. I didn't do the designing process, so I was telling you that I ended up making 4 or 5 different designs. So this is the part that I wanted to show you how I made that effect with the white on the background like this. It's a sticker effect. That's what I call it. I think that's what it's called. So what you do is that after you design everything, your logo, you put everything and then you select it, group it as it is, right? And then sorry, I think I put an arrow in the wrong position. Okay, so select everything, duplicate it if you want to, go to the object, select path. On path, go to offset path, right? That's when you find this dialog box that's pop out, and then you measure how many lines that you want, like the further, like the outlines, like how big you want them to be. So me, I always want my outlines to overlap going into another shape or the other outline, so that it can become one thing. Because if you merge them and they have like gaps in between, it hard for you to merge it together. So I use the pathfinder to blend it together and the shape builder too, so that you just wrap out all the other things inside, and then it becomes like this, like what it looks like now. Then I'll go to styling, and then I'll go to drop shadow, put the drop shadow effect so that it looks like a sticker that is on something. That's how I made it look like this. You feel me? So yeah, so that's the effect. That's the effect. Quick. That moment back between the hope and what I have to face. I'm trying not to lose that brighter taste. Back to reality, where the colors fade a little, but I still breathe. Feels like falling from a melody into the rhythm of routine. Back to reality, but I'm holding on to what it meant to me. Even when the magic leaves, I keep a piece of that dream quietly. Streetlights in the morning, voice over or something. But like, yeah, man, still events. That's how I came up with the idea. You feel me? Trying to think of other things that I left, man. I don't know. I don't remember for shit. Can't remember anything. That probably used to make sense or some shit. But a beautiful brand it was. I love it. One of my favorites. You hear me? One of my favorite bands. And I always like to make things, because the thing you see when you make a brand like from a font that doesn't exist, this is not a font that exists. I had to make it from scratch. It's unique. You're the only person who has that. It's your own design. It's unique as its own. And the thing why I didn't want to sketch was so that I can just create the rawest, unique version of it I can do. You feel me? Just straight on, just go directly into it. Dog. Whatever comes, we'll fix it from there. But like, that's the purest form of creation, I think. Just making it from the start, bro. Whatever you have. Because my number on the canteen. Okay, so that is the final product. I hope you like it. It was really fun making this design. I really liked it. Put it on clothes and put it on products and see how it looks properly with nice mockups. So for proper mockups these days, I usually use Nano Banana. I use reference images to exactly put out the mockups I really like. Some of the mockups, downloadable ones, are good, but I feel like a lot of people use the same mockups over and over and over again, and I hate that. So sometimes I want a specific thing, so that's where AI comes in play. That's how I use it as a graphic designer. Only when I need to make mockups and to let the logo be exactly on a specific thing that I want it to be on. I don't just use AI usually most of the time. It fucks with the creative process, stops your brain from thinking properly. Think of a whole solution, and then when you get stuck, that's when you can put it into AI and it will show you where you went wrong. Don't use it as a problem solver to begin with. Solve it yourself and then use it to identify where you went wrong. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate you for liking my work. If you're a brand, a business, and you want to work, you want to support me, you want to, give me a chance, man. Give me a chance. I'll make you proud. I'll give you something worthwhile. My contact details, my Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube, my email, everything is there. Get in touch, tell a friend, tell a partner, tell a business owner, tell someone who needs this, man. I can handle business for ya, man, bro. Thank you.
Like life was giving me a different grace. In the silence, I could hear it say, you don't need much to feel okay. That's when I saw what really matters. Not the wins or the things I chased after.